is when you had a meeting with President Buhari and he asked the aspirants to go and make consultation and have a consensus. But he said a few days before then that the party and the leaders of the party should give him a chance of reciprocity to be able to pick his successor. The word on the street is that you are very close to the president. Do you see yourself as the president's favorite?
I have always said it several times, and I'm not in the mind of Mr. President. I'm not a spokesman as well. That Mr. President is always in love with those who carry out their duties diligently, serving the people, and the people are going for. That is number one. Yes, I am close to Mr. President, just like every other Nigerians are close to Mr. President, or every other governor is close to Mr. President. I wouldn't say I am the favored one. But let me quickly make a comment on that aspect of reciprocity by Mr. President. You see, our party is so blessed with men of wisdom. In the person of Mr. President, in our chairman, various other leaders. And when Mr. President said, look, give me a chance to, have a voice, and give me a chance to have a kind of input into who succeeds me, we governors have been given that opportunity already. And we took it fully. And then, why would we be fighting Mr. President? To have an input in who becomes his successor. That is one. Two, this has happened in this country severally before now, especially in the southwestern part of this country, where leaders will anoint candidates. It has happened severally, and it's still happening now. So why is Mr. President, why the hullabaloo about Mr. President seeking and requesting and pleading with governors, with other leaders, that let me have input? He is the one that have eagle eye over each and everyone's performance. He knows exactly what Nigeria is facing today, what he's doing, and what he ought to do, and what he would want to do, that he may not be able to achieve in office. And he is looking into the capacities, the competence, and the record of each and every one of us that are aspiring. Let me be able to make an input. Then why all this noise?
Governor Bello, if the president picks someone other than yourself, would you accept it?
If it comes from Mr. President, President Muhammadu Buhari himself, I will 100% support the person if I am not selected. If it is any other person, I will support the person because that is his wisdom. He knows better than me. He sees better than me. He receives reports better than me.
Would you prefer the consensus or the consensus as an arrangement, or you prefer to go for election?
Any arrangement, I am ready. The most important thing is that, are you ready for this election? Like as I speak with you today, the number of delegates on their own that have come to this town, who have on their own, on account of even yesterday's purported letter that went out, is unimaginable. That is number one. So if it is consensus, I want to believe that Mr. President and other eminent leaders of our party will put things on the table and come up with a Nigerian, not a regional leader, but a Nigerian that will serve this country and secure the country and ensure that there is unity and ensure that there is progress in agriculture, education, infrastructure, and otherwise. So whoever Mr. President will come up with, I am 100% in support of that. And let me tell you, Yusheon, it is not only me. In the dinner we had yesterday with Mr. President, almost everyone's remarks, aside the interview that was conducted by Chief Digin Oyegu, His Excellency. In the last dinner we had yesterday, almost everybody, in fact, 100% of us that are aspiring, have agreed that, Mr. President, whoever you choose among us, we are going to support.
Including Bola Tinubu.
He was seated. He never objected.
Did he agree?
He was seated in the meeting, and he did not object to it. So, if somebody speaks on your behalf and you don't have anything to, to the contrary, and you keep quiet, then it's binding on you. So, yesterday, everybody spoke on behalf of various regions. His Excellency Chief Obunai Onu spoke on behalf of the group. His Excellency Governor Badaru of Jigawa State spoke on behalf of the forum. And His Excellency Professor Yemi Osinbajo concurred, not only agreeing, but he concurred. Remember, he's a lawyer of repute. He's a professor of law. And he's the number 2 citizen of this country today. He concurred with that particular assertion.
Okay,
so if Mr. President come up today with a successor or a candidate, and possibly devise, each and every one of us will flow.
So of the 2,000